In for the parade for the first Eddie there with number 1 Eyeman. Eyeman, the son of Double Bid and Mingler's Magic, the favourite to win the Ireland on Sunday Derby and a really deserving favourite. Unbeaten in 6 runs at Shelbourne Park. He holds the track record at 29.92. He's brilliant early pace, this fellow. He won the Red Mills Guineas at Waterford earlier in the year in 29.02, a finalist in the Waterford Masters. But he has really taken to Shelbourne Park, a dog which was picked out by the late Nicky Kervick for his nephew Gerry, an eye surgeon in Belfast. And well, it proved Nicky's shrewd selection of a greyhound. He also picked out this year's Hotel Manila Derby winner at Powerstown Park. That's number 1 Eyeman, a very deserving favourite, a dog with brilliant early pace, and he keeps going to the finish. And that'll bring us along to number 2 Group Order. And being led there by Shawnee Maher, this group order, a son of Vintage Prince and Sunset Blonde, owned by Mary Kenny from Borrisoleigh, bred by Mary, and her husband Joe, who trains a dog in Borrisoleigh. This fella's son of Vintage Prince, which ran up the Derby last year. He won a qualifying race for the Derby here in Shelbourne. He was beaten favourite for the East Strand Charity 550, but he's a dog that's improving all the way, this fellow. He loves the inside, he bolts out a trap tool, cuts for the inside and stays on strongly. This dog was actually dying last year during the Derby here at Shelbourne, but he survived, as you can see. He's a lovely looking black son of Vintage Prince and Sunset Blonde, number 2 Group Order. Which brings us on to the amazing Odell Duke. Amazing for a lot of reasons. He's a son of Cry Dalcash and Odell Bess. He's the strongest finisher we've seen here in years. And he's led there by his owner and trainer, Ned Power, an 84-year-old from Dungarvan in County Waterford. His wife, Patricia, and himself look after this dog all the time. He wouldn't let anybody else attend this greyhound. And, well, he's given him such thrills. He can be 6, 7, 8, 10 lengths behind at halfway, but don't rule him out. He will be absolutely devouring the ground home. Shelbourne Park has taken him to their hearts here. And, well, he'll run a big one too in the final. Number 3, Odell Duke, and his owner, Ned Power. And so on to number 4, Cool Panther, a real specialist here at Shelbourne Park, and led by her trainer, Phil McCormack. This daughter, Cool Panther and Queen Panther, owned by a syndicate who hang out in the Railway Bar in Drogheda, bred by Nora Dobson in the Scorpion. Phil McCormack hangs out in Julianstown, where he trains this bitch that was picked up for £1,000 here at the sales in Shelbourne Park and holds 2 track records of 525 and 600 yards. She's a real special one, this. She won the Herald Trade Union Puppy Oaks last year. She's reached the Guinness 600 final, the Regal 600 final, you name it. She's in 4, she's 20 to 1. She's a big price. That, of course, brings us to the first of the English challengers, but mentioning an English challenger trained by Patsy Byrne and his head man Pa Fitz, well, the heart of Kerry. Tuesday's Davy, the son of Phantom Flash and Likely Wish, jointly owned by John Spanswick and Robert Di Giovanni from London, bred by Roger Sweeney in Castle Lyons, who has already won £10,000 from the Special Breeders' Prize over this fellow, and trained by Patsy Byrne, as I say. Tuesday's Davy ran up the English Derby final, as you saw already. A lovely picture there of this fellow. He was a finalist and favourite for the Game Puppy Derby at Harold's Cross last year. Joint track record at Harold's Cross, 28.78. He has blistering early pace. He runs wide. I think this fella is going to run a huge race. That's number 5, Tuesday's Davy. And so to number 6, we have a real special. Nicky Sava, the trainer. You see Nicky there leading the dog. Nicky bidding to win 4 successive derbies. Irish, Scottish, English, Irish. This is Larkill Joe, the son of Stapler's Joe and Westmead Flight, owned and bred by Pat Whelan and Harrow Weald in Middlesex. He originates from Cretchard in County Laois. He's trained by Nicky Sava, as I said. He won the Scottish Derby this year. He won last year's Eclipse and Select Stakes within a matter of a few weeks of each other, and also the Stanton Memorial in Wimbledon. He's won 12 of his last 14 races. He's ideally drawn in 6, except that on his inside he has a dog called Tuesday's Davy, which called him up. He has reached the final unbeaten. Number 6, Kill Joe.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Right, switch cables.
So they're the 6 finalists as they leave the parade. Nicky Sava going out last with Larkill Joe. He'll be hoping it'll be the other way around coming up the straight, that he'll be in front. This is an intriguing final. I'd imagine that's out in the middle of the field. That's Pa Fitz. He always disappears into the middle of the field with his dog, brings him over last to traps, the canny man from Tralee, waiting for every little advantage. Everyone else out on the track and parading their dogs behind the traps, waiting for them to be loaded. And Pa's in there in the quietness and the darkness of midfield and calming his dog down and keeping away from all the fuss. There you see him in there and waiting.
Well, there's the huge stands. The crowd here has been coming in since 7 o'clock and packing up well over 3/4 of an hour before the opening race. And right over at the second bend, you can see the crowd are stacked 3 and 4 deep down along the second bend. I've never seen such a crowd over at that second bend, and there's the packed stands there with the upstairs executive suites all packed indoors, people enjoying a meal while they enjoy the entertainment. But the big race is just about to come up, and now we're moving towards the anxious moments for connections. £50,000 and trophy to the winner. You can hear the crowd beginning to get a little bit uneasy as the final seconds tick away. The handlers now just putting the dogs into traps, and there's number 5, Tuesday's Davy, going in. There's a look at number 3, Odell Duke. Remember, he's the huge big finisher in the race. The favourite is Eyeman, and there's Knockhill Joe going in trap 6 on the outside. A good strong second favourite, this one, for Pat Whelan and Nicky Sava. And there's the handlers just running away from behind, and now a last-minute check that everything, there's the signal. You hear the roar now as the hare moves away for the Ireland on Sunday Derby. The crowd roar, the bell sounds, and the 6 finalists are: in 1, Eyeman, the favourite; in 2 is Group Order; in 3, Odell Duke; in 4 is Cool Panther; in 5 is Tuesday's Davy; in 6 is Knockhill Joe. The hare coming towards the tracks. You'll hear the roar, and away they go, and Eyeman bursts away with Cool Panther on the outside. They're being followed by Tuesday's Davy. Rounding the turn, Eyeman in front, Cool Panther making ground. The outside is Knockhill Joe, then comes Odell Duke on the inside, but Eyeman is in the lead as they race towards the third. Knockhill Joe putting in a big effort to chase him. It's the 2 market leaders. Eyeman is in the lead. They run to the home turn. Eyeman from Knockhill Joe. They're racing up to the finish. Eyeman, Cool Panther with a great late effort. Eyeman holds on to beat Cool Panther. Knockhill Joe. A great victory for Eyeman, who's made it all, and what a brave effort from Cool Panther. Eddie Wade has won the Derby for Gerry Kervick from Belfast as Eyeman got to the first turn, so important in the big races, and then beat off all the big challengers, and well worth a second look.
Yes, well, a tremendous performance there from Eyeman. Watch the race again as he gets away smartly from 1. Number 4 really had a real chance at this stage, Cool Panther. She ran a great race this bit. She's in second place going to the corner. Chooses Davy going up on her inside to the bend. He gets slightly checked there as he hits Group Order, and that puts him out of the race. But out in front is 3 lengths. Eyeman in front. In second place, Cool Panther in second. On the outside, Knockhill Joe making ground on the outside. Number 2, Group Order in position. 5 chooses at the rear, Odell Duke. Watch him at the finish. But in front is getting exciting. Knockhill Joe is putting in a run, but there's 2 lengths in it now. Watch back in third place, Cool Panther putting in that run. Eyeman off the last bend. Knockhill Joe in second. Cool Panther coming with the run in the middle. It's Eyeman in front. Cool Panther closing rapidly with every stride. The line arrives just in time. And what a thriller. Eyeman the winner. Cool Panther second. Knockhill Joe is third. And Odell Duke came from the clouds to finish 4th, just ahead of Group Order. And there we see the dogs down, being collected. We see Kevin Barry doing the leading. Eddie Wade, trainer. Eddie taking things probably just a little bit easy tonight, because Eddie spent a few hours in hospital earlier on in the week, and he's recovering. But what a way to recover with the Derby winner, his first ever Derby winner.
Eyeman has done it, a fantastic performance, a wonderful break as well. Well done to Eddie Wade and to Gerry Kerwick, who is that optician or optical surgeon from Belfast, and so the dog is called, of course, Eyeman. I've got Liam Hess here with me. Have we got the SP before we go into that? We have the SP, so let's go into that first.
Yes, well, there you see Eyeman, the 6-4 favourite. Second was Cool Panther at 16-1, and third Knockhill Joe at 9-4. The favourite's done it, and it's only taken him 30.09 seconds to do it.
Yeah, the favourite did it, and what a fantastic performance. We'll be down enjoying the celebrations very, very shortly for the presentation. I mentioned Liam